Alrighty. Welcome back, everybody, to the Rookzer0 Drawcast. I gotta let a cat out. We're back. Okay, so back to the art. Welcome back, everybody. It is... What day is it? I don't even know what day it is. It's August 10th, 2020. It is a commission day. I was going to work on the World of Warcraft commission, but I don't know if I want to do that anymore. It might be a later project kind of thing. Welcome, Cardboard. Welcome, Vitali. Mordons are cool again. Mordrons. Is that the cube people? I'm not sure what that is. But yes, but we are back. We are doing things in the Aggie.io software with Jonas today. I'm going to swap this over. Bam! It's Monday. It feels like a Monday. It's one of those Monday. Wait, is it Monday? What day is it? Oh, all right. No bueno. Today's technically my Thursday, so that's interesting. It's been a weird week. I've got a lot of stuff done, but we're here again. Sierra, welcome to the call. We are in the Aggie.io software. If you want to jump on in and doodle. Gotta do our warm-ups. Gotta get those shoulders warmed up. Been working to get the Drawfee episode finished, and it's getting there. I'm getting there. It's so long. It is so long. I keep thinking I might just cut most of it out and make a 30-minute video. Probably need to be 40 minutes since there's 5 of us. But yeah, I don't know which is more important, the fact that we're just like hamming and hawing, or if the art is more important. So it might be good to just do it real quick. Have the long form video available for people, maybe for the Patreon members. And then get the short video out, and then just start plugging away from there. Because I think the concept is good. Of doing maybe 3 people at a time drawing, and then whether or not we're all hanging out, that's another thing. But I think 3 people drawing is probably a good amount of time to cut things down. Because it looks like for what we talk and what we draw, we're at about twice as much drawing per talky talk. So it's very possible that if we spend 20 to 30 minutes of drawing, which sounds really short to a lot of people, I'm gonna guess, maybe work, maybe don't. I don't know. But yeah, we're back. I'm doing a lot of Rookzer0 soul searching this week, trying to figure out what I'm doing next, because I do enjoy the race videos. What race should you play? And I have now the option of branching out into the... Why is my pen all the way up here? Let's turn that down. Branching off into the other video types. But I wonder if I want to keep my Patreon just focused around character art. I don't know if the Patreons are going to be excited about that or not, so we'll see what happens. But I'm trying to branch out there. Doing some leatherworking, which is an oddly old passion of mine that I've stopped doing. Trying to pick that back up. Looking at 3D printers just for the hell of it. I don't know if I want to get back into 3D modeling. It is, yeah. That's kind of the problem. Is like every time I look at one of these things, it's like, oh, we do a lot of stuff. Especially with the 3D printing, because I did a lot of 3D modeling for a long time, and I kind of got away from it. Everyone kept pushing me to find a job doing it, and all of my friends that did get jobs doing it just kind of stagnated. Not like their career stagnated. They weren't happy with it and always ended up doing something else. Because a lot of it is either A, you start your own video game, or you work on a lot of little projects that you're not allowed to talk about, and it's like, oh, that's no fun. It's a lot of work for weird kind of art. But I do like modeling, so occasionally it's not too bad. Don't really want to work for a company doing it, though. maybe we'll do a Blender episode one of these days, and I'll do some 3D modeling. Julia took it to a whole new step in the last Drawfee episode. I'm not super into that, but it's definitely a good trick. I want to become a Patreon, but I need a job first. That's a very good goal. That's a very good goal. Please get a job first, get yourself situated out, and then if you feel like you can become a Patreon member, absolutely go for it. I want to make sure people aren't stressing themselves out. Sorry. Hey, Rook, how's it going? Weeaboo Trash Boy. Welcome to the Discord. Welcome to the. I guess you're in the YouTube. Welcome to YouTube. I'm doing all right. It's just it is my Thursday. I'm getting a case of those Fridays, wanting to do other things. Jonas is over here drawing badass stuff, and I'm like, can I draw a circle? I can draw a circle maybe. So that's kind of where I'm at. Trying to get my arts back. I've been drawing a lot of Spider-Man lately. I don't know why. It's about that time of the year where I'm just itching for Spider-Man content. Oh, actually, I've been drawing the wider Spider-Verse, which really means I've been drawing a lot of like Spider-Gwen and Silk, because that's what I'm into. So, no, Spider-Man was always one of my favorite heroes to draw and to watch and to emulate. So. That would be pretty cool, seeing it at a drive-thru. Right? Yeah. I've always loved Spider-Man. I thought they did a great job with it. Into the Spider-Verse was a great. Super loved it. So we'll do that. Yeah, so I guess commission day isn't really happening, so I guess we can find something else. I do need to start taking commissions this week or next week. I wanted to plan out the next Patreon D&D game before I did that, just to make sure that I gave that the amount of time it needed. So I might finish that up this week and then take new commissions next week. But aside from that, I have a bunch of little things I want to work on. Wow, that is crooked. All right, I gotta fix my posture. Nice, Cold Tooth. Putting the Barrington Ale sticker on the bottle. That looks really cool. I have a few whiskey bottles that I stole from work. Well, I didn't steal them. Maybe I did. I don't know. Could you steal something from something if they're gonna throw it out? Is that how that works? I'm reclaiming it. I've reclaimed some whiskey bottles. I have reappropriated some whiskey bottles from the garbage, and I have a weird little knack for collecting bottles like that. So I might put some stickers on there and fancy them up, maybe give them out to people. That could be a lot of fun. Oh yeah, that would be sweet. I was thinking about slapping one of those on that leather bag I made. I thought that would be kind of cool. Nice, great. That's good. I'm glad they made it out. I haven't gotten mail in the last 2 days, and I'm just like, what's going on? Where's my mail? So I'm glad they made it to you. No. Draw a mind. What is a mind modron? Is that? Draw a mind flare. I'm so confused, Vitaly. Now you want me to draw a mind flare that is also a drow or a drider. There's a lot of stuff going on there. A laser gun, yep. That's it. That's what makes it. Let's see, we had someone else jump in here. We got Drew. We got the Gold Tooth. We got everybody hanging out. I'm glad everybody made it today. You want some more than 2 stickers? Gotcha. Yeah, I have a bunch set aside to be sent out, so I think I'm going to send out more next month to kind of figure that out. But I wanted to get I'm trying to figure out exactly how I'm going to send out some of this stuff, and I wanted to get some good prints and stuff. So I got new paper coming in, and those didn't come in today. So I sent out a few stickers on Monday, I think. I sent them out on Monday, and then there should be another one next month early, which will be a lot of fun. So I hope people are okay with the kind of sporadic schedule that goes with the Patreon. If anyone has an issue with that, please let me know. I figure it's... Right. Yeah, that's the other thing. If it's always stickers, I don't know if that's... Like, I kind of want to figure out other stuff, which is why I'm thinking about, you know, if I do 3D models or dice or leather things or whatnot. But I am also trying to get... I'm trying to... Mechanize is not the right word. Mechanize? Could work. I'm trying to make a system so I can do it more quickly so that it's not as big of a... I have to, like, set a day aside to do all my mailing stuff. I want to kind of get that figured out. But yeah. That would become an issue. That would become an issue. I have a lot of keys. A lot of keychains too, though, so that's interesting. I didn't think about that. Keychain was a fun idea. I think I might have to invest in some like bubble mailers or some boxes to start shipping that stuff out. But I am also working on the website, and then that way people can order, you know, stickers specifically if they want. Someone suggested that maybe part of the Patreon becomes like money towards commissions, which that could be a lot of fun too. That way, if somebody wants to isn't so interested in the stickers but would like to a commission, we can work something out with that. Usually what I do is I try to give people discounts or priority. Like just random people's faces? or like the sketches I've done. Gotcha. Yeah, that would be fun. I thought it would be fun to make like I started thinking about 3D prints, and I was like, oh man, it'd be really fun to make like a rugby figure, send that out to people. But I don't know, 3D printing, once again, it's a big thing. It's a big deal, trying to get all that going. That's probably my weakest point, to be totally honest. Like, as things go, I can sew. Like, I can sew just fine, but I'm not good at three-dimensional sewing because it's not something I've done a lot. So, like, I'd have to really sit down and figure that out. Yeah, the goblin plushies were pretty cute. Oh, God. Yeah. I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure if I made the slime into a body pillow, it would sell a lot. So I probably won't. Probably won't do that. But still, yeah. I think that would break my morals. Not my morals. That's not the right word. Break my Nope. That's been my issue from day one, is that I'm super thrifty, and I'm very I've been accused of being a goblin at times, and a Ferengi. And I'm very happy with the Ferengi saying of buyer beware. But on the same token, I'm also very truthful and honest and try to do my best with everything. So when I try to sell something, I want it to be good and I want it to be, you know, worth the money. But I am always looking for like the best bargain and way to do that. So yeah, I have a problem with that because I'm not willing to exploit my fans or people or cut corners for that kind of stuff. Well, that's not necessarily true. Like I said, I will buy the thriftiest stuff, but if it's not good, you know, I don't want to send it out. So I'm always trying to find that balance. hence why I bought new paper, because I'm like, I haven't really been happy with the prints I've been sending out. So I bought some new paper that's slightly more expensive. And hopefully that will improve the print quality, and then I'll send those out to the higher tier people. See what they think. But yeah, and then it's a matter of, do I invest in a better printer? Do I just start sending out for prints? And then at that point, you know, should I even make 3D models, or should I send out to have them modeled? Does it matter? Thus, the business model is just constantly going. Right, yeah, and I think that might be the way to do it, because that's how I do the art too. Like anybody that's part of the Patreon group right now, like go ahead and print off your own prints if you want. Like I usually include a for print version of the picture in the Patreon rewards. I don't have a qualm with that because I'm not selling them individually. It's basically the higher tier people get, you know, I print it for them. They look the way I want them to look, and so if I did 3D printing, I would probably do the same thing. Send out the prints to the Patreon members, and then just leave the file up as well. So if you want to print off more, like, go for it. But if I set up the web page, that would be a lot easier to also just sell the stickers individually and sell the 3D prints. Yeah, I'm a big fan of that kind of like open sourced thing. If somebody made a T-shirt of one of my designs, I would be super excited. I'm like, yeah, that's great. As well as just if I could sell T-shirts, that would also be really cool. So somebody just commissioned one of my, well, didn't commission, but they licensed one of my designs, which was really cool. So that'll be in a PDF on Cobalt Press, I think. I don't know if it's Cobalt Press. I'll have to double check. But that's really cool. Yeah. Lizard sticker. I really like that lizard sticker. I think it came out really well. I'm just over here drawing spine. I think I had to cut that out of the video. we had a lot of weird conversations that were I think they were too in group, and so I had to cut out a lot of those. One of them was Jonas doing push-ups for drawing abs, because it was like 10 minutes. It was 10 minutes of us talking about about Jonas drawing too much abs. So that was kind of it. So I had to cut that out. But that's really what I've been spending my time doing with that video. Is just like, is this something worth talking about? What's going on here? I don't know why I'm drawing a samurai. I don't think that was the thing at all. I think it was just okay. Yeah, I was gonna say it, but I didn't want to. Did you order that takeout? I ordered takeout, which maybe I shouldn't have done over the weekend because I was just so tired. I was like, no, I'm just gonna order some Chinese food, and it was great. It was good Chinese food. But the guy ran up to the door, put it on the ground, banged on the door, and then I just saw him run away. And I was like, the hell? And I opened the door, and I was like, thank you. And he's like, I didn't touch anything. And then he just got in his car and drove off. And I was like, all right. And I kind of looked at the box. I'm like, I don't know if I want to eat this now. I don't know what's going on. But, oh, it was weird. What a weird time we live in. What a weird time. That's happening. I don't want to talk about it, though. Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, really, it's just a bunch of dumb people doing dumb stuff. So, I'm hoping it stays that way. What if? Yeah. Nice. That's pretty cool. I hope you didn't put that on the screen. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. It's a joke because it's just black. Yeah. I don't know what the hell I'm drawing today. My brain is just fried. Definitely does not feel like a Monday for me. Definitely does not feel like a Monday. Yeah, I think I'm about done with my Spider-Man warm-up here. I need to actually draw something for realsies. And now I've forgotten what that was because I had some idea of what I wanted to do. I'm still here. I highly don't believe you, but you can go ahead and tell me what it is. what breaks druids? Yeah. We would cut out. See, okay, go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm gonna hear this out first. I want to hear this out. Okay. Gotcha. You could just do that with haste, though, couldn't you? Yes. I mean, that's fine. I don't think that's bad. I mean, because you're burning up your spell change. I guess, or are you using the dragon's ability to shape change? Hmm. Right. Right, but how are you can shape change into anything you want within that hour? Hmm. Hmm. Oh yeah, that one's super good. Okay, too much, too much, too much. Meat and potatoes. I'm not sure. I'm actually I'm not. I don't think that's too bad. I mean, you're burning 2 spells to achieve that, and I think there might be a little shenaniganry happening with shifting from a dragon to another dragon just to get your breath weapon back. That doesn't feel right to me. Um, it seems like it, yeah. Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I think you might be right. I don't. Yep. I think that's legit. Like, because you're using haste to get it. Uh, I think I think that's okay because basically you're not like if you said I'm gonna shape change into a red dragon, I'm gonna shape change into a red dragon again. I was like, that's kind of stupid, but maybe not. I mean, if you shift change from a dragon to a mouse back to a dragon, do you reset the breath weapon or do you have the same breath weapon counter? Um, and see that's why I think it feels a little wrong because hmm. Now shape change doesn't. You can't shape change into something that has spells and use their spells, can you? Because that's true polymorph. Yeah. So I think that's the limitation with it. Because with breath weapons, you're always um, you could roll and just have it the next turn. Like that's always an option. Yeah. So I think what you found is a I think what you found is a good way around that, and that's kind of cool. So I think the option for you to go because what you're doing is you're spending a potion which only has a what like 30-second countdown, so like 5 or 6 rounds. Does it last a minute? Hmm. Up to a minute. Yeah. So man, but that's concentration. The haste spell is a concentration spell, so I'd be surprised that that potion isn't, which is still kind of cool. Like once again, I think that's kind of legit. So if you're spending your action to transform and then using the action from the potion to use the breath weapon every round, I think that's fine because you're giving up a full round of attacks to shift change, which could be a bite, claw, tail, and then using the breath weapon instead. So yeah, I think I'd be okay with this. I'd want to play test it, but I think that is a really good way around recharging your breath weapon. I think that's pretty cool. Well, I mean, yeah, I think I don't see a problem with it because you are using 2 spells, so I think whatever you do with that is fine. I think there are definitely some other things like that's probably not optimal, but it's pretty neat if you need breath weapon attacks. Like I think that's a pretty yeah no that's a pretty cool idea. Yeah, definitely worth looking at. I think I've drawn Flash Gordon. That was a lot of teeth on that. For either one of those. So like a... Sure. If you want to, like I said, once again, you're spending two actions to be able to do that, and I think that's fine. I assume potions of haste are not cheap. I mean, like I said, it really all depends, because if you're gonna breath weapon a wizard, you know, they might be fine. But if a dragon walks up and just bites a wizard in the face, I think they're dead. So 2 bites versus 1 breath weapon I think it depends. It really depends on the situation. Yep. We get it. I get it. We're going on and on about the possibility of it, but I think we're in agreement that it's kind of a cool idea. So, yeah. Ah, man, you have the hyper fantasy games, which are really fun, but like at that point, I mean, you're level 20. Like there's so much stuff to do. Yeah, I can't think of anything that would really break the game, being able to do that twice. Wait, why can't you? Oh, 1 spell per turn. Gotcha. Pathfinder 2nd edition. I'm excited. I'm super excited for 2nd edition. I think we've got a good handle on things. I really hope it stays as cool as it is, because in 2nd edition you have 2 or 3 actions. You have 3 actions. You can kind of figure out how to make it work. And so if that means you're casting like a low level spell and a high level spell, or blending some things, it could be a lot of fun. I don't know. Does Smite count as a spell? I didn't think it did. It's a class ability, isn't it? Because you're not expending spell slots. Don't know. That's weird. I think it is, yeah. But really, I mean, the issue with that is, with the spell casting, is that the spells are usually so game changing that when you can cast 2 spells in a round, you win the game forever. And that was a problem with 3.5 that I saw a lot, because you could basically just cast Black Tentacle and then kill people, because every round that they just permanently stun, and you're just like, and then I do damage, and then I cast it again so they can't move, and then I do damage, and I cast it again, I do damage, and it's like, well, this is fun. I'll just stand here while you just beat this thing to death, or spending spell slots to have extra turns, which allow you to spend spell slots to have extra turns, and you just infinitely have enough time. That was another fun one. Yep, that's what 5th edition did. Which, I mean, that's the point. That's the reason that a lot of the spells are concentration 1, 2, not castable more than once per turn. And I think that's why True Strike is so poop now, because it's like a leftover remnant of that old system. So like it works well with the Eldritch Knight, because they can cast a cantrip and attack once. But like, once again, the thing is, if you have 2 attacks, which you do at that level, why not just attack twice? Like, why give yourself advantage versus just attacking twice? So it's kind of a moot point. But if you could cast it and still do other actions, then that would make a whole big difference. But yeah. Yep. Still fun. I like it for some things. It's not good though. It's definitely not an A class pick. S rank spell. Yep. I still have no. I think I'm drawing a Dragoon right now, but yeah, something weird's going on with it. I'm not super happy with it yet. Polar Midnight makes me think of. What? Oh, Jesus. That is ridiculous. That is a great spell. Is that for 5th edition, or is that's Pathfinder? Hell yeah, that's a great spell. That's some ice magic right there. Way on board. Weird. Yeah, that surprises me. They don't. They can turn into animals. No, I think evocation magic kind of went back to the wizards, which I'm okay with. I think that's really where it should be. Yeah, I think something into so blah, 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 can't talk. No, druids. I think druids got a bit of a boost for 5e in the way of their shifting. I think a lot of their like druidic magic kind of got a lot more flavorful, but they definitely. Yep, I think the wizards got a little bit of a boon just by kind of taking back a lot of that evocation magic, which I'm okay with. I think it was a good blend. Good blend of options. Yeah, I still feel very. Yep, I feel like it's a very easily abusable system, which I'm not a big fan of. Yep. Yep. And you can have one hit point and then turn into a dragon and be totally fine. And I hate that. I hate it so much. So it is one of those weird things where like I think they're going in a great direction, and I think there's still a lot they can do with it. Yeah. Oh, what was it? What was that spell? Moment of Heroism? That's a dope spell. It's a super good spell. It's like 5 temporary hit points every round when you get up. Or at the beginning of your turn. It's pretty good. Oh yeah. Oh, that's a great spell. That is a great spell. Hero's Feast is another good one. I think there's a lot of really good buff spells that kind of get overlooked. But I think I've accidentally turned this Dragoon into a Valkyrie, which I'm not opposed to, I guess. I've had a lot of Druid tanks. A lot of Druid summoners have been really fun in Pathfinder. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then I think even like the shape changing stuff is really shifted from the summoning. It's like, oh, you don't want to summon cows? Well, what if you could turn into a cow? It's like, yeah, let's do that instead. Like, I've seen a lot of people take that instead. Yeah, it's not fun. I'm not into that kind of stuff. What was punt? Is that the kobold with infinite strength? Guess we're just going right into it. Yep, I don't see anything wrong with that. Yeah. I mean, I think it's just a necromancy with more steps. Yeah, there's a lot of really fun stuff you can do, but I think really the fall apart is time. Because with enough time, like most adventuring parties can just buy an army. It's like, how much gold do you have? Oh, you have 20,000 gold? Cool, go hire 10,000 people for a week. Then we'll just go from there. It's Shark Week. It's Shark Week? I didn't know that. Sharks are pretty cool. We could draw some sharks. Man. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just not too worried about it being an exploit to the game. Because you are also, especially when you're spending... Especially when you're spending spell slots for that kind of stuff. That was the other thing that, like, the permanency spell in old D&D. It's like, if you had enough money for a permanency spell, why not just have all of your spells permanent? And that was a mage archetype that you could eventually get to where you're just always enhance all of your abilities, or make yourself huge permanently, or light yourself on fire permanently. It's just like, and now I think in Pathfinder there are stipulations like this can be made permanent. And it's like, okay, cool. I always kind of like that idea of just permanent augmentation of certain spells as a class feat. Like, my goal as a wizard is to become the most powerful being in the universe, and that's how liches are born. Didn't we talk about the hag? About how bad of an idea that was? Okay. Alright. Yeah. That's a bad shoulder pad. Also, yeah, I was gonna say like an evil necromancer at that point. Yeah, fuck nature. It's like, wait, what? Nah, we don't need to balance anything. Let's just burn down the forest. That'll kill the humans. It's like, hold on a second. Hold on a second. Druid, I think you've lost your damn mind. I would totally send, if one of my players tried to do that after like the 5th hag, I would totally have the master of the hunt show up when you use the summon fae. Like, that's not what I was trying to summon. It's like, I know, you're in trouble now. I don't like what's going on here. It's like, oh shit. Yeah. Which, once again, does not sound like a druid. It sounds so much like a wizard. Yeah, yeah. I would definitely multi-class into some wizard spells. I don't. I really don't. This is not how I play D&D. I'm just not into it. Like, my favorite character right now, has a +1 spear, and I just dominate with it. And like, that's, I'm so into it. It's like, what are you gonna do on your turn? I'm gonna attack 7 times. They're like, what? And it's like, that's my turn. Like, I'm so. Yep. Evil campaign. What were we talking about the other day? There's something with. Oh yeah, we talked about that. Goldtooth that was in my campaign is super evil, and I like it would not be giving out the quest that you're getting. Oh, he's super evil. He's super evil. It's great. Like, I just constantly look at the campaign that you're running and like, really? Why would Goldtooth do that? Why wouldn't Goldtooth just destroy everybody? Like, become the king of dragons and just call it a day? If there's a... When you use true polymorph, you get stuck into the creature that you... So let me rephrase this. What's preventing you from just turning into something that can cast true polymorph and then turning back? Is there a limitation on the levels of which you can transform? Or what's the downside to this? Yeah. Correct. Yes. That didn't answer my question at all. I was asking specifically about true polymorph. Is there a limitation to what you can turn into? Is it like a level cap? Or could you... Alright, I'm just going to look it up then. I'm just going to look it up real quick. True polymorph. Yeah. I'm just going to scoot over my Dragoon. You can take the top middle if you want. Let's shrink this down. Okay, so yeah, so if you true polymorph into, say, another wizard, you can just true polymorph yourself back at any time. Right, welcome. Thank you. Thank you for the tip today. I gotta do some push-ups. Push-ups! Ooh, that's an interesting question. Yeah. Would your character be as powerful without all the gear? That would be interesting. I guess you could turn other people into yourself. That's kind of the thing I was thinking about. Like, what if the wizard just started transmuting people into copies of himself? Just find, like... 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 16, 17. No, exactly. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about. So, could you, as a high-level wizard, say, I don't know, maybe a necromancer or a lich, start making clones of yourself by just taking like unwilling peasants and turning them into level 20 wizards that are exact clones of yourself that would probably also want to do the same thing, and just have like a spell plague of liches expanding across the universe. Gotcha. So you'd have to do it in the wizard form. Gotcha. Well, I still think I just found the hook for my next campaign. Yeah, did they do that on Phineas and Ferb? Gotcha. I thought you would have thought of all the Dippy clones. Because that's basically what that is. You find a photocopy of yourself, but you just have to use people for paper. The trick with those is, I think that was one of the best. So there's always the issue with your clones decide that they want to be the prime version and take over the world. But in the new DuckTales cartoon, Gyro starts making clones of himself, and there's one moment where one of them gets crushed to death, and he's like, "Don't worry, that wasn't the real one." And then that one gets crushed, and then the guy next to him's like, "To be totally honest, we're not really sure anymore." And I was just like, holy crap, that is how it would happen. Like, if you just made 30,000 clones of yourself, all of them would probably have an inkling of like, am I the real one? Who came before me? And then it would just get really confusing. The original one. But then, you know, if you have the aspirations to make a billion clones of yourself, who's to say that the one next to you isn't the first one that then takes control? Like, no, I was the first one. No, you weren't. I made you. It's like, no, nope, I made you. I'm pretty sure. So with what you were saying with like copying their alignment, there's the trope that the person always makes the clones and then the clones are subservient. But it's like, if you're an evil overlord and you clone somebody into yourself, they're all gonna want to be the evil overlord. And like, how does that work? I guess Rick and Morty deals with that too a lot. Yep, that's slavery. That's how Hordak does it. Hordak actually had a really interesting concept in the new She-Ra series, because it was less that like they all get mind wiped and like brainwashed, I guess, but then Horde Prime can always just take over any one of the bodies, which is like really scary but kind of cool as a means of like hive mind mentality. It's just literally one mind just moving about in all the different bodies. Well, my point is that at that point, I don't know if it matters anymore. Like, technically, all of them are the real one. And even if you killed one of them, like, would it really matter that it wasn't the original? And I would argue maybe it doesn't. You know, we should have more armor drawing days. I really enjoy drawing armor. It's kind of a mindless thing for me. You know what? That's also a skill. It's also a skill. I do like drawing hard surface. This should be curved down. That is something I like to do when I did do 3D. I did a lot of hard surface modeling, which a lot of people struggle with, which is interesting. I didn't expect that. I thought it would be a lot easier. Not a big fan of organic 3D modeling. What time is it here? Wait, I don't think they convert back when they die, do they? I'm pretty sure that's only if it's before it's permanent. Because once it's permanent, it's permanent. Yeah. After the spell ends, it returns to normal. If the spell becomes permanent, you no longer control the creature. It might remain friendly to you, depending on how it's treated. Creatures into object. If you turn a creature into an object, it transforms whatever it's wearing. Blah 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 blah. What the crap? Spells no effects. it retains its alignment and personality. Okay, so that wouldn't work. Dang it. Target assumes the hit points as new form. When it reverses the normal returns to the normal reverse, dropping to 0 hit points. Any excess damage carries over to its normal form. Oh man. Okay, so true polymorph only lasts up to an hour. So what am I thinking of that will make it permanent? Maybe. Ah, it's Critical Role's fault. Because Pathfinder, you're right, Pathfinder. Hold on, let me double check this. No, that's not right either. Oh, what is going on? Oh, so it's spell. Have you used the spell? Concentration up to 1 hour. Gotcha. Weird. Weird. Yeah, I have no idea where that came from. Polymorph any object. Let me look this up. Duration seat text. Oh, I see. Huh. Yeah, that's super weird. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of rules about true polymorph that I have no idea where they came from in my brain. They're just... I really thought if I thought it lasted a hell of a lot longer than an hour. One. And I thought it could become permanent unless it was dispelled. Which, once again, defeats the polymorph only lasting an hour. Really weird. Either way. Who knows? Who knows? Let's get back to drawing this armor. Imagine that, yeah. Imagine that. We don't know how the high level spells work. Same. Same. Thank you, Meg. Yeah, but see, that would make sense if it lasted 24 hours. Like, I'm very confused. Dungeons. Something, yeah. That's true. Ship change. There's a lot of spells. There's definitely a lot of spells. I want to cast Sword. It causes bleed damage with a chance of death. Right. Magnus sideburns. That was one of my favorite teases. Yeah. Super good. If you haven't seen the Adventure Zone, I highly recommend it. Go check out these small podcasters called the McElroy Brothers. You might not have heard of the Adventure Zone. They do a cute little podcast. It's a family thing. They hang out with their dad, play D&D. Super good. Super good. Oh yeah, that's pretty dope. Let's see what we got going on here. What's everybody else doing? Need to do another how to draw video of like how to do armor, because I did that one a long time ago and I think I could do better. I think I can do better now. Anyone see their mashup with Dimension 20? What is Dimension 20 another D&D podcast? I think Gotcha. Everybody's got their D&D show nowadays. I don't know what's about. Speaking of which, do they? That's pretty awesome. My life is slowly going that way, which is surprising me. Which I'm not opposed to. But if 5 years ago you're like, hey, you want to switch your life to a D&D based environment? I would have been like, what? I mean, I like D&D. But I'm very surprised where it's taken me so far. That being said, I should probably call the guys from Paizo and see what they're up to. Be like, hey, can I have a job? Oh, yeah. I'm really digging the new books. Gotta spend some more time looking through them. I would like to play a TV game. I think that would be a lot of fun. Something we could try to set up. Yeah, I can see that. I always think it's funny when I introduce people to Pathfinder. They're like, this is really complicated. I'm like, yeah, okay, cool. Let's switch to D&D. And then, like, after a month or two, they'll be like, can we go back to Pathfinder? I like Pathfinder more. It's like, you sure can. Sure can. But it's nice to be able to have that extra levels of customization. Yeah, I did. I went and watched that. His review of it. Yeah, I did check it out after talking to you about that. So it was pretty good. It was really good. I agreed with a lot of it, and I think he's kind of right on point for it. I didn't get to the end, so I don't know if he had like some end message, but I got through a good chunk of it. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's just me liking that kind of stuff, and I'm pretty loosey goosey with a lot of my encounters, anyways. But I tend to have like a notebook every time there's an encounter that I just start writing stuff down in. So I like that kind of fiddliness that Pathfinder brings. Where it's fifth edition is a lot of just like, oh, you have advantage, you have disadvantage. It's like, I want to give you a +4. I just want to. It feels better if I give you +4 right now, but only for this. And then it's definitely different. It's definitely different. Yeah. Right. Yeah. That's kind of the weird thing about it is there's with fifth edition specifically. I think people don't get bogged down with any of the math because of how they built it, but people are still gonna kind of slow down sometimes. And so with Pathfinder, when really it's just like, what am I adding? It's like it's right there on that paper. You just have to add the numbers together. That's still not the thing that slows down combat the most, and it's usually people having like way too many feats or way too many complexities. I rarely think it's the math. So yeah. Yep. And that's totally legit. Totally legit thing to say. Ah, yes, look at these lines. Oh, so pretty. You know, I have a bad habit of that. Of someone said this to me. It might have been Jonas actually. All my drawings are grumpy. It's just like, that's how I draw. That's how I see the world. Everyone's got grumpy face. Because I have two faces I can draw. I have the regular person face that's just like, yeah, what's up? And then I have whatever the hell this is. Which is the same face, but the eyebrows are more like, what's that? And those are the two faces I can draw. Like, no other faces happen. Definitely something I'm gonna have to work on. But not today. Not right now. What time is it here? It's 4:30. Yeah, I also need to work on the dynamic poses. That's been the mainstay of my. That's probably why I've been drawing Spider-Man a lot in my daily sketches. It's because Spider-Man is some of the most, that's exaggerated poses, most animated poses. Yeah, it's all over the place. Love it. I really want to make a video game. It's been on my mind. There's so many different projects, and one of them is like, so I want to get to my art to the point where I can do all of the like hand cell drawings for a 2D side scroller. It would be really cool. That's kind of my end goal project, but that's something I don't have the time to invest in now. But hopefully in the future, that would be really cool. So let's. Yep, I think that'll. If I can spend my day job time, doing art stuff and blend that into a video game, that would be really cool. But right now, I'm still trying to work on getting the art stuff going, and then the video game will come later. But that's a fun little thing that I work on from time to time, just thinking about that. It's my book, my story. It's a video game. That doesn't look right. That's not how hands do. That's not how hands do. I don't know why I made them huge, giant mitts. Let's see, wrist. They do. Gauntlets definitely make hands look bigger. But I don't know. I feel like that was just a little too big. I've also bent this arm. My pen keeps shrinking on me. I don't know what that's about. It keeps going down to like 1 pixel. I wonder if my keyboard's freaking out. There we go. That looks much better. Okay. A little bit too much bend in that arm. For those of you watching at home, this is how I do hands. Just draw a box. Turn it into a cube. Figure the rest out. Draw a cube. Cube equals hands. Bam. I totally got bounced out of the Discord chat here. Hey, Rook. How are you? Doughboy, I'm doing good. Drawing today. That was 10 minutes ago. I hope you're still hanging out. I'm drawing a Dragoon today for some reason. Partially because I like it. That's as good as reason of any. I did send out stickers to the Patreons, and it looks like I've gotten a few people have gotten theirs, so keep me posted. If you don't get yours, let me know. Got my stickers in today. My stickers. I got my labels in today, so I can start printing those off and sending those out. But I think I would like to try to shift away from stickers for a little bit. Definitely stickers will be coming, but I want to try to do more than that. So I also might be revamping the Patreon page to try to fill that in a little better. And I'm still taking suggestions for that. So if there's something that you would prefer to see currently right now, I think it is just the images and then like the bi-monthly sticker packages. But I'm thinking about expanding. Trying to figure out what to do with it. I'm not sure what would be the best means to do that by. So I think it'd be really fun to have actually be able to set up shop and do things like board pieces and tokens and dice, but that's a big shift. It's a big paradigm shift. It would have to be something I focus on a little differently. Just thinking about the same stuff for the live shows here too. Like, I wonder how I can make these more engageable, especially as we're growing. We're almost. I had a panic moment today because I went to YouTube and we hit the tipping point to where we're like 3,500. But once we hit 3,550, all of a sudden YouTube's like, "Oh, you have 4K," and I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Oh no, it's the same. It's just rounding. It's just a rounding error." But yeah, it's interesting to see that stuff. We're definitely growing. Got to figure out how to keep it growing. I think we are I'm gonna try to set up more Drawfee style episodes. I think that was really fun. I think that's good content to kind of get out there. It'll also help some of the artists in the channel grow. I think that's going to be a really important part of this. Is maybe that's what I should do instead of having. I like having this as a Patreon reward, but at the same time, like, it might be that it becomes a partner program too, like where I can get other people other YouTubers actually just to come on and talk and draw. That could be a fun way to do it. Maybe once a week we can do that instead of other things. Tuesday can just be like a partner episode instead of my free draw. Drawfee is great. I agree, Meg. Drawfee is good. But once again, like, you got to figure out what is our thing. What's the thing that makes us awesome? Right now, I think it's the Discord chat, which I don't know if that would work with other YouTubers. Hey, do you want to come on my YouTube channel and draw, but no one will hear you, and and you have to talk with a whole bunch of random people? No, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. It'll be fun. I did it again. There we go. So it might be something that we have to structure a little better. That's a big coat. That's a big collar right there. I did figure out. Oh, I'm sorry, Jones. Go ahead. Trying to draw Noah? Ah, gotcha. Okay. That could be a lot of fun. We could start filling your game content. Get people to submit their own art for your characters. Welcome to being a DM. Trying to kill your players already, huh? Trying to kill your players off already? dang it. I lost my train of thought and I forgot. I figured out why we were calling Jonas not Jacob. And I couldn't stop laughing about it. But I think it's going to get... I don't know if it's going to get cut or not. It's the problem. Yeah, we said that you were our Jacob, and then you were like, "I've never seen this before." And I think I yelled something to the effect of like, "Okay, don't listen to him." And then I think someone said, "All right, you can be not Jacob then," because we didn't want you to. Since you hadn't watched the show, you weren't allowed to be Jacob, so you had to be not Jacob. And it was more of an offhanded comment of like, "All right, you're not Jacob," and then we just stuck with that. But it was funny. It was funny. I'll try to keep it. If it's in there, if it's not in there, I'll definitely post just that. So. Oh yeah. Lots of cutting. Lots of cutting is gonna happen on the what is it, cutting room floor? Is that what it is for film editing? There's a lot of stuff that we have to edit out, but it's all right. It's totally fine. Yeah, and I think that's something. Like I said, I think it's gonna be fun to keep doing that kind of stuff in the future. I think that's a good way to. No, I think you're fine. I'm only here because I'm bored. No, yeah, I definitely think we'll do more in the future here. I just got to finish that video up. And I hope the Patreons are okay with that kind of content, because once again, it does it's a matter of how many character art videos can I get out in a month versus the other types of videos. Like I think some people might have gotten the potion stickers because I turned the potions from the bottomless bag videos into stickers this month, and those will probably go out next month as well. But yeah, it's different content, so it's like I never know how to expect or what to expect from the Patreon members. Being like, is this exactly what you want? Maybe I just need to set up a better way of communication with them. Yeah, maybe that's my next step. Maybe I just need to start doing like a daily or weekly vlog to get feedback from the Patreon members. But lots of good ideas, lots of good things to do. I think I'm about ready to call it here. But yeah, we got some good art stuff going on today. Yeah, more fun stuff tomorrow. I don't really have much else. Today was kind of a weird pseudo commission free day. Tomorrow we can definitely find some other things to be doing, which I think would be a lot of fun. And yeah, we'll just keep on keeping on. I'm going to try to get a hold of the Patreon members for the game for next week. It's looking like it might be Wednesday or Thursday. I will double check with my schedule. We will figure that out. And I'll let everybody know. I would also like to try to get new people in. So if there's someone that wants to play a D&D game in the Patreon group, let me know, and we'll see if we can work that in. Otherwise, thanks again for watching. Thanks for hanging out today. Thanks for drawing with me today, Sierra and Jonas. We will catch you next time. So have a wonderful day. Be happy, be healthy, and keep your dice on the table.